I can say for sure that I was not born aware of being transgender. For the first 2 decades, I didn't think I would be transitioning. Most likely, it's because I could not fully understand myself, where it would lead. At school, I thought that this feeling would pass in college. And in college, I thought it would pass when I was married, with a child. But it didn't pass. My daughter is called Sofika. She's recently turned 8. She's my greatest love. She gives my life meaning. The days that I spent with her are the best days in the week. We used to live together. For 3 months, now we've been living separately. So it's unusual for me to only see her in stints. It's very important for a child to see that both her mom and dad are in her life, and that they can go for a walk to the zoo, to the dolphinarium, a park, not only together, but just with her dad. I don't remember the last time we argued. We're writing a letter now that we will read in 10 years' time. I think that we will definitely finish it, put it in something like a bottle or a capsule of some kind.
Does she call you Dad?
Well, yes. Here are some photos. I still don't know the right words to explain it to her. Like I said, we started talking about it, but indirectly. Talking about the fact there is such a thing in the world, such people, about a fictional hero. As she grows, I'll be talking to her more about it if I can, if she does not reject it at all at some point. I've had friends who had been taking hormone replacement therapy for a while. They will hint it to me and even say, "Start it, what are you waiting for?" And then one day, suddenly I did. You get such a euphoric feeling that day. You remember when you take your first tablet. You can even recollect it by hour and minute. And you think, gosh, a new life has just begun. I never intended to collect magnets. But when you travel for football matches to different cities and countries, you think what else you can bring to remember this, except what is in your head, which could be forgotten in time. What else can inspire memories of a city? I thought, and well, decided to get the magnet. The changes in the regulatory framework certainly helped, and the fact that the old protocol with criteria which I did not meet had already ceased to function. That included an official marriage, a child, having surgery. The doctors told me in a rational tone, "No, wait, how can this be? This is a mental disorder. You need to not only have us examine you, but you also need to examine yourself." An unconscionable attitude towards people, I believe. This is a diagnosis that you have to fight for. The most important document is a medical certificate on the correction of sex. With it, a transgender person can go to other non-medical authorities, such as state agencies, that deal with changing documents. You must start with the registry office, with the birth certificate. 12 years ago, I was married in this registry office on July 14, 2006. Almost 12 years ago, just 4 days short of that. I have such mixed feelings now. Back then, I could not even imagine that I would be changing my surname, my name. We had a photo shoot and champagne in this wing. It was a sunny day, a weekend. I had a suit on. I still remember it. That's how much this is all ingrained in my memory. I remember how my wife looked then. Our marriage remains valid. I accepted the documents and don't say anything about it. But listen, when you live in the same apartment, it's hard to hide. You can take hormones in secret, and even in this case, after some time, it will become noticeable. I don't tell those people who I'm not ready to say it to. In reality, there is already little that remains. I already understand that the frames, the walls are becoming narrower. That idea of coming out hangs over my head, having that honest conversation. They say there's a great relief after.
Запрошуємо номер 512 до кабінету 2.
That's not my number, but the next one should be mine.
Видите.
После свидетельства о рождении нужно...
After the birth certificate, you need to get a passport in the form of an ID card. You need to bring a bunch of documents to the passport office, take everything there.
Сдать туда все.
Девушка, извините, пожалуйста, а если посвящение на военный билет, это в какое окошечко нужно? Любое.
Не помешает прийти.
It doesn't hurt to go to the military registration enlistment office, to withdraw from the register there, so that I'm no longer liable for military service. That's where I imagine there would be lots of scandals, misunderstandings, that everybody would be publicly discussing me. But those who worked with me that day, they were quite normal.
Нормальные были. Не можем.
No, we can't register her as a physician or a telegrapher. What about a nurse? What kind of nurse would she be? Maybe she could go with the man. She could be a warehouse attendant. We have gender equality now.
У нас же зараз гендерне равенство. Самое интересное, что...
What's interesting and what I really liked is that they addressed me using feminine pronouns. So they have my document which has a male photograph and name, but they also see that a woman has come in, and they address me using feminine pronouns. This doesn't often happen in hospitals and clinics. This doesn't even happen half the time. And here, at the military registration enlistment office, it was difficult even to imagine such a thing. After the military registration enlistment office, I'm going to get my nails done.
С получением документов...
The challenges don't end with you receiving new documents. There are still many moments. You might be unable to accept yourself. You always think that you are far from your idea of perfection, which I have created, which I think I should be. I used to think that no way I'm changing anything down there. Now, I can't say for certain that this won't happen. I will be considering this. My zest would be gone, but it's as if I'd get more real. There are other operations that are needed more though. Voice, which takes second place. Third place also.
И на втором месте, он и на третьем месте тоже. Да, я смелая.
Yes, I am brave.
И если есть какие-то сложности...
And when there are difficulties, I've been prevailing over them from the moment of transitioning, overcoming them. I've been solving them. I would like to have loved ones around me, my child. I want to have a job that lets me travel. It's what I like to do, buy magnets from other countries. And for my trans status to fade into the background. And I would like to live in a place where transgender people aren't condemned or in danger.
Опасности для трансгендерных людей.